Want to embed text or graphics perfectly into your 3D prints without using design software? Well, today I'm going to show you how to do it just using your slicer. And I'm going to show you how to avoid the mistake that could ruin your printer and your sanity. Adding clean and smooth text or graphics to your prints, especially moving models like fidgets like this one, well, it's a super important skill to learn. And fortunately, it's not all that hard to do. Getting started, I just made a simple 50 by 50 by 1mm disc, and I used a primitive shape in Bamboo Studio or Orca Slicer. Text on top of a print, well, that's easy enough. But making it perfectly flush, that's where it gets a little tricky. Inside your slicer's text settings, you're going to see a thickness option. That's how tall the text is. But if we want it flat, well, we need to drop it down to 0. Problem is, you can't do that. The lowest you can go is 0.01 millimeters. Now that little bump, that's going to matter later, so remember that. Next, we adjust the embedded depth to push that text back into our print. And on my 1mm thick coin with a 0.2 millimeter line height, 0.25 millimeter depth seemed to work well for me. At least enough to show the color, but not so deep it breaks through on the other side. And by the way, you'll see I have 3 lines of text on there, and that means I have 3 text boxes because it only allows you to do 1 line at a time. And it's not the best solution, but it works. Once you have your text the way you want it, well, you can close out the text editor. And now, well, here's the point where things get a little tricky. To make the surface smooth, we're going to need to flip the entire model, text and all, face down. Now you can do that by clicking on your model, go to the top little toolbar there and flip to face. Then all we have to do is right click, center it, and use another little tool up there on that toolbar called Split to Objects. That's going to separate your text from the coin. I do have a previous video about splitting the parts and splitting the objects, and you can check that out, but for now, we're just going to go for it. Remember that 0.01 millimeter difference we mentioned in our text thickness settings? Well, after splitting the objects, all the pieces of our model, text and everything, those just drop to the build plate perfectly aligned. And by the way, that's the main reason we flipped it over, but we also get the benefit of build plate textures if that's what you want. And now we're ready to print, right?
Right?
Well, not just yet. Now you may think at this point you can just hit print, but you'd be making a mistake. See, right now your text and the model, well, they're trying to print on the same layer, and that confuses your slicer and your printer. You'll likely get a G-code conflict warning, something like serious warning, conflict of G-code path on layer 1. Hopefully, to help make sense of this, I want you to think of this kind of like making chocolate chip cookies. Now hang in there, I'm pretty sure this is going to make sense. Think of your model as the dough, and if you pour chocolate syrup into it, well, everything's just going to blend together. That's not bad if you just want plain, boring chocolate cookies. But if you drop in chocolate chips, that's perfect. And that's exactly what we want in our model. Distinct, separate spots of filament. Not chocolate, though now I do want cookies. Anyway, if you try printing it this way, your nozzle's going to try to lay down both colors in the same place. And not only is that going to look bad, but it could damage your printer. Well, after saying that, I don't recommend it, but I did go ahead and print that out just so we could all see what happens. Now you'll see the white layer gets printed first, then the text in black, well, that's trying to print on that same first layer. And in case that it isn't obvious, this isn't good for your nozzle. Now, I did try the same print again with darker colors, and I really think that's a little easier to see what's happening. Well, in my first attempt to fix this problem, I tried out something that gets us closer to the right answer, but I'm still going to leave the model and text exactly the way it was, and I'll be making a setting change that I bet a large number of you have probably never used before. You're going to find this setting on the right of your build plate area in Bamboo Studio and Orca Slicer, and there's going to be an icon that looks like a nut or a bolt head over there. That's going to be your build plate settings. There's some other nice shortcuts for things inside here like spiral vase, but what we really want is down a few, and it's called First Layer Filament Sequence. Just like it says here, you can adjust the sequence or order of the layers that get placed down on your build plate. You also want to copy these adjustments to the next setting, Other Layer Filament Sequence, if you've made your text depth more than one layer. For our purposes here, we're going to click on Auto and change it to Customize. Next, we want our black text to print first, and then it'll print the white part. Now this sounds great, except we still have that pesky issue with everything being on the same layer. Even with the build plate settings adjusted after we slice, well, we get that same error we got before. And though the print definitely looks better than the first attempt, the nozzle is still dragging through the previously laid filament. And again, that's not good. We've seen the bad and hopefully not messed up the nozzle too much, which brings us to the slicer setting that most people miss: merge. To get to this command, again in Bamboo Studio and Orca Slicer, select your model and text. You can do Control A or right-click, select all. Then you want to right-click on your model and choose Merge. Merging joins the text into the model using something called a Boolean intersection, and that removes overlapping material so they don't conflict. And you really don't need to know what that is, just know that it works.
Even I sound smart reading that.
Now we can see the difference in our slicer by having two versions, and you can see one of them is merged and one's not merged. It's pretty obvious that the merged one's going to have a much nicer, cleaner print. And you can also see it in the prints themselves. And yeah, you can still tweak those build plate settings to get your ideal color order if you're printing images or different color text. Here's a bonus tip for you. Printing the text or image colors first, well, that's going to avoid unnecessary filament swaps, save you time, mess, and waste. This setting alone, it's a game changer.
This is a real game changer.
And it just occurred to me that changing the build plate settings, that might be able to make this work with a single filament 3D printer. Maybe? Well, let us all know if you've tried it. I also ran some tests with my logo. I just wanted to see how those build plate settings would affect using lots of colors, and other than printing a couple with a very light blue filament, my mistake, I think they all turned out about the same and looking great. So remember, two objects can't occupy the same space. That goes for physics
With science!
and 3D printing. Embedding text and graphics the right way, well, it's going to give you the best possible print without ruining your print or your printer. Do you have a slicer trick that you use to fix problems with text and image embedding? Let us all know in the comments. Please subscribe, check out my other videos about 3D printing, and let's all continue to learn, create, and amaze.